my idea for Lethal Weapon 5. Now, you remember in Lethal Weapon 4 when they kind of said that Mel Gibson and Danny Glover are grandpas now and they have things. So they start Lethal Weapon 5 out where Mel Gibson and Danny Glover are retired, and some of their biggest enemies come back, and they actually kidnap their nephew and their families and their Danny Glover's daughters, Danny Glover and Mel Gibson's grandkids, and the daughters, the moms of the grandkids, call Mel Gibson and Danny Glover and say, "My kid's been kidnapped." And he says, "We'll get him back." And they figure out that it's the Russian mob, it's the Italian mob, it's all these mobs, across the nation, across the world, have them. And it's almost, and they're getting old. Remember, because Danny Glover and Mel Gibson, even in this movie series, is kind of old too. And they basically, come together and they just start shooting. Just start shooting, and it's nonstop slaying people's bodies, and body count keeps getting higher and higher, and they start killing people, and then they have a car chase, and then the car blows up, and they barely get out alive, and they're coming to this thing, and then they get to their compound. They get to the Russian, the mob, the three mob compound that they're working together, because the three mobs came together to take down Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, and there's about 1,000 people guarding that mob, 1,000 people with guns and ammo. And they say they need a little more help. And they basically call in some favors. And because Warner Brothers owns the rights to Lethal Weapon, they bring in some other big names. And they basically just start shooting and killing, and they basically win the battle, and they give their kids back to their grandkids back to their daughters and their and basically it comes down to that, and it'll be an hour and a half of just nonstop shooting, bullets flying. Some of the most popular action stars from Warner Brothers history of action movies team up with the Lethal Weapon team, and they just start killing and slaughtering people, and it's just an epic battle for like an hour and a half to 2 hours, just one-stop action scene after another. It's the bloodiest movie ever recorded on film history, and it'll have the most blood and guts flying, the most violentest movie in movie history. Lethal Weapon 5 will be. It'll be so violent that NC-17, it might not even be good for NC-17, but that's the top rating of a movie you can put. This is my idea for Lethal Weapon 5. Great night, everyone.